Hello Mr. Code and classmates, this is Caleb with my presentation on my co-op placement experience with Rona. So basically I'm going to be going over all the key things that I've learned, such as things I've experienced, items that or equipment that I've utilized in my co-op, and basically overall things that I've experienced at this co-op in general. So first of all, we have the UPC codes, which is the code on the product, kind of like the barcode, the number above the barcode on the product. That's the first thing I had to learn, is matching that with the price tags on the shelves so I can put the products away. And it's fairly simple with that, but obviously I had to learn more in-depth things after that, such as printing off labels of, well, price tag labels that have fallen maybe on the ground or just gone missing. To do this, you would have to go to one of the computers, to the bin label menu, and then type in the UPC or SKU code. Type in what kind of label you want. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 7, and W, as far as I know. The 1 is for small tags. 2 is for small tags with the extra details. 3 is for bigger tags with also some details on the bottom. And then 7 and W is for overstock. 7 being the smaller overstock label. The other thing I learned about tags, specifically the overstock tags, is that product has been ordered in. I'm putting them away, and the product home is full. It's full of the product, so I don't have anywhere to place it. So at that point, you'd have to use one of the overhead tags, which is 7 or W, like I said before. 7 being the smaller one. So if you have a small product, you'd use 7. If you have a really big product, you would use W. But basically, the overstocking, which is what you do with the product after it can't fit, it just goes in the overhead. Usually, there's other exceptions, but it usually just goes in the overhead with above where the product should be. Anyways, throughout the store, as far as equipment we use mainly ladders. The most common thing I've used. It really depends where your department is at, but throughout the store there are small ladders and also big ladders. The smaller ladders obviously for smaller overstock, and then the bigger ladders for the bigger products usually, or just products that are super far up. My co-op job is based around the receiving room, which is where we receive all our products from companies, warehouses, and then we take the products out of there. It's basically a place to keep all the items until they get put into the store, which is where I've been working and moving products out from there into the store and stocking shelves. Now, there are certain things that have to be packed certain ways, like on skids. Certain large objects have to be wrapped around with saran wrap or whatever kind of wrap that is, and put on the skids. They have to be wrapped a certain way, really tight. As for other things we use besides skids, we also use these pump carts, which are easy ways to transfer skids. So we put the heavy items on the skids, which you saw in that picture before, and then you can slip the skids. There's two little, I should have got a picture without the box on top, but there's two little prongs, and they slip into the brackets of the wooden skids, the little holes, and then you can transfer products a lot easier around the store without having to carry the full weight. Also, another important thing we use is the trash compactor. The cardboard compactor, which is where you take all the boxes that you stocked, and then you put them into the cardboard compactor. It compacts everything to make it, and basically after that we just throw it in the trash, but just to preserve room in the trash to keep everything nice and organized somewhat. And then after that we have, which is right next to the compactor, the trash bin. It's behind that blue door right there, and you just open it, throw all the trash in there. Not the cardboard. We have a special bin for the cardboard outside. Also, we got our keys Another part of this co-op that's pretty important is the keys, which first of all, we have a key for unlocking these simple locks with 2 prongs for products that don't really require a really heavy lock. Then after that we have another lock for certain glass cases and another key for the main locks that we use. Finally, we got these pump carts, which are used for easily transporting large items again. Well, medium to large items. We also deliver lots of totes with them. Totes are basically blue bins. I didn't get a picture of them, but blue bins that you can put a whole bunch of items in to overstock. Yeah, anyways, we got the push carts, the skids, the push carts, the compactor, the trash bin, computers we have to use to print labels, and the keys. Everything like that is basically the fundamentals of items we use here. Another important aspect of this company that I forgot to talk about is the customer service. They got me wearing a blue vest. When usually receiving, people usually just use orange and yellow vest, but they got me wearing a blue vest just because it gives me experience with customers, because people will see my blue vest and come up to me and talk to me, and I basically have to know where items are, which isn't a problem, because over time, it's taken a long time, but I've begun to know where all the products are. I can definitely see improvement in that bit of my time here. So yeah, in all, I've really enjoyed this time here at Rona. I really appreciate all my employees and what they do so much more now. Like, if I go into Walmart, I can definitely appreciate like the people there, because it's a similar job as mine, and like just any sort of store like Rona, it's just I actually know that like it can be frustrating at times. I know sort of like what goes on, and yeah, it's been pretty eye-opening for me. Like, people, their main job is Rona, like that's their main job, some people, and I can respect them for it, because they work their butts off, and in general it's pretty it's not the most fun job. I mean, I don't know if you can rate jobs based on fun, because that's not really the point of jobs, but yeah, I really appreciate everybody there. My supervisors are great, everything's great with them, and I don't know if I've missed anything, but if I did, then I'd be able to talk about it with you after. So in conclusion, that's everything everything about my co-op placement that I've experienced here. It's been a great time. Signing off, Caleb.